Shree Maathrey Namaha. In the previous episode, we have discussed about the divine debate between Vyasa Maharshi and Bhagavan Shankaracharya, and how Vyasa blessed in the disguise of requesting Bhagavad Pada Shankaracharya to walk on this planet for another 16 years, therefore requesting and extending his life until 32 years. After Vyasa requested and blessed him for another 16 years, Bhagavad Pada Shankaracharya headed towards Prayaga, where as he went to Prayaga, he went to one of the great ritualistic Vedic scholars, Kumarila Bhatta. And when he was approaching Kumarila Bhatta, he saw Kumarila Bhatta was standing on a flame that was slowly consuming the husk and turning into an oven. Kumarila Bhatta looked at the radiating 16-and-a-half-year-old Shankara and bowed down his head in reverence, doing namaskaram. And Kumarila Bhatta said, I have a desire to write Vartikas for all your Shankara Bhashyams, but since I learned the Buddhism from one of the gurus, the tenets of Buddhism, and since the guru thought I cheated him learning the Buddhism without revealing him that I am a Vedic scholar, as an expatriation or as prayashchitam, I am offering my body to this oven of husk which will slowly consume my body, and therefore, O Shankara, please forgive me, and you can go to my prime disciple Vishwarupa and have him write Vartikas. This is my request, my last request to you, and if you can give me Upadesam, I will be blessed for this life of mine, because you will become my Guru. So Shankara imparted the knowledge of Brahma to Kumarila Bhatta as his body was being consumed by that flame of the husk. He smilingly left his mortal coils and became one with the Brahma Tattvam, and whatever Karma Pashas Kumarila Bhatta had were all turned into ashes, therefore blessing him with moksha. As Kumarila Bhatta has requested Bhagavan Shankaracharya to go talk to his prime disciple Vishwarupa, who was famously known as Mandana Mishra. Mandana Mishra was residing in the Mahishmati Nagaram, which is in the current Bihar state. And when Bhagavan Shankaracharya reached Mahishmati, as he was descending down the roof of Mandana Mishra's, Shankaracharya was a Siddharth Kundalini Sastram. So nothing could stop him. He could fly, he could do a lot of yogic kriyas, which appear to be miracles and magic to mere mortals like me, because I am not at that level. But these siddhis are very, very relevant to the siddhas who continue to achieve them, who continue to exist still, but do not reveal those siddhas unless and otherwise there's a divine need and cause that needs to establish a result for a divine karyam. So when Jagat Guru Adi Shankaracharya descended down on Mandana Mishra's house, Mandana Mishra was bowing down to Jaimini Maharshi and Vyasa Maharshi, and he hated sannyasis. When he looked at Shankaracharya, the almost 70-year-old, he said, Hey Mundakaha, what brings you here? Hey, fully shaved head person, why are you here? I am a ritualistic person. Don't you know you are a sannyasi who has sacrificed all the fire rituals, so why are you here uninvited? When he was about to go abusive, Vyasa stopped him and said, Mandana Mishra, the Atidhi has come at the time of lunch. First serve him lunch, then we will talk. Mandana Mishra, who believed in the Vedas, served lunch after bowing down to Shankaracharya, considering him Atidhi Devo Bhava. After serving the meal, Shankaracharya said, I came here to have a Vada Bhiksha with you, debate. Right? And that Vada Bhiksha, Mandana Mishra said, no, I don't do Vada Bhiksha with sannyasis, I only do it with grihasthas. Then Vyasa interfered and said, let's accept the challenge on two conditions. The first one being, Mandana Mishra, you will accept the challenge. To Shankara, if you lose to Mandana Mishra, you have to, wherever you go, you are supposed to say that you are Shankaracharya and you lost to a grihastha by the name Mandana Mishra, who is a ritualistic perfectionist. Many people think that the condition was Shankaracharya should turn into a grihastha, but that is wrong. A person who goes into sannyasa ashramam should never get out of it. Vedas don't prescribe, in fact they prohibit it. Therefore, the truth is these two conditions were prescribed and both of them agreed. And when Mandana Mishra asked Vyasa to be the judge, Vyasa turned to Mandana Mishra's wife Ubaya Bharati and said, your intellectual wife is the one who should be the judge, saying that Ubaya Bharati was asked to be the judge of the debate that would commence the next day. Ubaya Bharati, who is an incarnation of Vagdevi Saraswati, got two garlands and asked them to put in their respective necks and said, whoever loses the garland in and around their neck will start withering away and they will become the Sishya of the other. And this debate continued for 21 days. On 21st day morning, the garland around Mandana Mishra's neck started withering away, and Mandana Mishra looked at it, realized that he was losing, and when Ubaya Bharati, his wife, looked at it, she said, why don't you both go take a bath and come? I will serve you both bhiksha. Now bhiksha is only served to sannyasis. When a grihastha eats lunch at somebody else's place, if not at his place or even at his place, it is called devatarchana. When Ubaya Bharati announced that she will serve bhiksha to both, she announced a judgment that her husband lost to Shankaracharya, therefore he should become a sannyasi. But that right after serving lunch, Ubaya Bharati bowed down to Shankaracharya and said, oh divine saint, my husband did lose to you, but he did not lose completely to you, because I, his better half, want to debate with you, and only when I lose, he will lose completely. And Shankaracharya agreed to it, and that debate continued for 17 nights. On the 18th day morning, Ubaya Bharati realized that there is no way she can beat the young 17-and-a-half-year-old sannyasi in Vedas, Upanishad, Purana. So she thought, given the celibate sannyasi that Shankaracharya was, and the next day he was turning 18 years old, I will ask him a sastra that probably he will not have any knowledge about, which is the sastra of Kama, which is only known to grihasthas because sannyasis never get into grihasthashramam. Saying this, when she announced, Shankaracharya bowed down to her and said, Mother, I would need a month's time. And she did agree to it. And Shankaracharya, along with his Sishyas, went in Akasha Marga, searching for an able dead body into which he will do Parakaya Pravesam to learn the Sastra of Union or Sastra of Kamadeva, and therefore understand the secrets of creation of life. When he was going through the Akasha Marga, he saw the dead body of a king, Amaruka, that was lying in the forest, and Shankaracharya descended there with his disciples and asked them to protect and preserve his body very carefully, and he went into that body and went to the kingdom where he lived and ruled that kingdom very efficiently, and the ministers were surprised to see the efficiency of the king. They realized a great soul has entered the body through Parakaya Pravesam. So secretively the ministers have asked the soldiers to go around the kingdom. Wherever they see any abandoned dead body, it should be burnt right away, because they wanted the king to rule like an able king for a long time. And even the queens were very happy with the king coming back. And during this 1 month, Shankaracharya learned the secrets of the Shastra of divine union or Kama. And on the 30th day, when he realized the time was over, he just went to the prayer room in the Rajagriha. When he was praying to Shiva, he left the body in yoga pose and took his life, the soul, out of that body, went back to the place where his body was. His disciples were being shooed away by the soldiers, who realized that this Siddha and the body that was looking radiating must be the one. The soul of this body must have been the one that entered the king, and therefore they set the pyre ready on fire, and the body was thrown in. At that time, when the soul entered Jagadguru Shankaracharya's life and soul went back to the body, he started doing the very powerful Lakshmi Narasimha Karavalamba Stotram, which some of the lines that go from Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Karavalamba Stotram as Srimat Payoni Diniketana Chakrapane Bogindra Bogamani Rajita Punyamurte Yogisha Shashwata Charanya Bhavabdipota Lakshmi Narasimha Mamadevi Karavalambam Samsara Kupamati Ghora Magada Moolam Samprapya Dukkha Sata Sarpa Samakulasya Dinasya Deva Krupaya Padamagatasya. When he said the Karavalamba Stotram of Lakshmi Narasimha, the fire could not destroy the body, and whatever possible sins that the soul might have committed in that body of Amaruka, which it did not, because whatever is done with the body will remain with that body only, unless it is a sin. When the soul entered Amaruka's body, it did the perfect dharma of living as the king, the husband of the queens, and therefore learning the Shastra of union with the body of the husband, with the wives, was no sin at all. After this was done and Shankaracharya came back and won the debate with Ubaya Bharati, Ubaya Bharati transformed herself into Saraswati and was about to fly, and then Shankaracharya, chanting the very powerful Vanadurga mantrams, leashed the Mother Divine Saraswati with her Vanadurga mantrams and requested the mother, "Oh mother, you have to listen to me, that in future I will be establishing the Vagdevi, Saraswati and Mother Divine temples, and wherever I establish them, I will ask and invoke you to come reside there, and you need to bless me and come there," is what he requested. Once mother agreed, he released her, and those amsas of Mother Divine continue to be prevalent in Sringeri, Mukambika and Chotanikara temple in Karnataka and Kerala Rashtra. Now Mandana Mishra, who was initiated into sannyasa, became Sureshwaracharya, and he was given the very powerful Tattvamasi Mahavakyam, who realized the greatness of the 18-year-old Shankaracharya. We'll conclude this episode with this. In the next episodes, we will discuss the next year's 19 onwards of Jagadguru Shankaracharya. Stay blessed. Shree Maathrey Namaha.